You are welcome to the Messiah channel. We are an end time channel. I'm dedicating this message to one of the members of the channel. You go by the name Heavyback J. Heavyback J. You send a message to me in my email, raptureafrica@yahoo.com. That is my email. Small letters, raptureafrica@yahoo.com. One word. You send a message to me regarding the Statue of Liberty that is located on New York Harbor in New York City in the United States. And you asked a question, and I told you I'm going to do a research about it. And in your email, you said that the Statue of Liberty has 7 heads, 10 horns, 7 spikes on her head, and all pointed stars on her base. For those of you who know the Statue of Liberty, it's a monument located in New York. It used to be the tallest monument in the world, and it is a statue symbolizing freedom and liberty. And every immigrant from outside the United States who enters New York Harbor will see the Statue of Liberty. And people want us to believe that it is a statue symbolizing liberty and freedom. But others have also concluded that the Statue of Liberty is an occult or occultic symbol. And so when Heavy J, you asked me to comment on that, I didn't want to comment. I wanted to do some research, and so I'm responding to your comment. The Statue of Liberty, based on research, it was a gift from France. The French government gifted the Statue of Liberty to the people of United States to commemorate the 100th anniversary of America's independence in 1776. So in 1884, the Statue of Liberty was gifted to the people of America, and it was installed in 1886. So the Statue of Liberty in New York City was installed in 1886. And according to my research, the Statue of Liberty was dedicated by the Freemasons. So before the Statue of Liberty was installed, there was a full Masonic initiation celebration. So the Masons, the Freemasons, had a hand in the installation and the building of the Statue of Liberty. And based on research, liberty, the word liberty comes from a false goddess of Rome, a Roman goddess called Libertas. And so the Statue of Liberty in New York City is associated with the name of a false goddess, a Roman goddess by name Libertas. And the Roman goddess Libertas was considered to be a goddess of freedom and liberty. And again, by research, I also found out that the Roman goddess Libertas was associated with the mother of harlots. The mother of harlots, the mother of prostitutes. And so the Statue of Liberty, which is associated with the Roman goddess Libertas, then is also associated with the mother of harlots. So from the way the research is going, you should know that the Statue of Liberty is not just a symbol of freedom, but is also part of the occultic architecture of the United States. And when I'm talking about the occultic architecture of the United States, when I'm talking about the occult beginnings of the United States, you should not be surprised, because if you do your own research, you will know that most of the founding fathers of the United States were members of the Freemason. And when you look carefully at the dollar bill, US dollar bill, you see occultic symbols on it, including the Egyptian pyramid. And according to the research, the Statue of Liberty was first gifted to the government of Egypt, but they rejected it. And when they rejected it, that is when the French government gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States, and they installed it in 1886, as I've said. And when I conclude that the Statue of Liberty is part of the occultic infrastructure, particularly related to the Freemason, you should not be surprised, because if you look at the occult history of the United States, you see the Freemason influencing so many things in the United States. You can begin with George Washington, the first president of the United States, who was a member of the Freemason, who wore the Freemason regalia, the Freemason garment, when he went to be sworn in as the president of the United States. And you can also research and find out that some monuments, including the Capitol building in the United States, were influenced by Freemason architecture. And not only that, you can also see how the clergymen, the pastors, and the prophets of the United States, a lot of them were also associated with the occult. And don't forget Joseph Smith, the so-called founder of the Church of Mormon, who actually engaged in some sort of occultic work. And don't forget the presidents of the United States who have been associated with Freemason, as I said, including George Washington, the first president of the United States. And don't also forget that the Freemason presidents of the United States have also appointed judges to the U.S. Supreme Court who were Freemasons. And that will tell you why the Freemason-dominated Supreme Court of the United States decided in a case in 1966, Angel versus Vatali, that the name of God should not be said in public schools in the United States. And when you are also looking at the occult history of the United States, don't forget that Isaac Newton was believed to be a member of the occult. And there's a book written about Isaac Newton by a man called Michael White. And the title of the book is Isaac Newton, the Last Sorcerer. Isaac Newton, the Last Sorcerer. So Michael White is insinuating that Isaac Newton, the father of physics, a famous American scientist, was a member of the occult. And so my conclusion is that the Statue of Liberty is not just a symbol of freedom of liberty. It's associated with the occult history of the United States, as it is associated with the Roman goddess Libertas, who is also associated with the mother of harlots. The question then you should ask, heavy back J, is whether the Statue of Liberty has any spiritual influence on the United States. The Statue of Liberty is associated with the mother of harlots. It is associated with the Roman goddess of liberty by name Libertas. And so the Statue of Liberty spiritually is also intermingled and intertwined with sexual impurities. So the question you ask is the Statue of Liberty, is it having any spiritual influence on the United States? It's a question that you should research about, but at least based upon my research, the Statue of Liberty was gifted to the United States by France, and it was dedicated by the Freemasons. And don't be surprised, because based on research, every time a president of the United States is inaugurated, the Freemasons conduct special ceremony and they do incantation for the God of the Freemason to inhabit the president of the United States. And so if the Statue of Liberty was dedicated by the Freemasons and it was installed after a full ceremony of the Freemasons, then I can conclude that the Statue of Liberty has a spiritual influence on the United States. Thank you for your attention and comment on the video. Thank you very much. Heavy back J. This is my answer about the Statue of Liberty, a question that you posted to me in my email, raptureafrica@yahoo.com. Thank you.